What's up, folks? You know me. I gotta play my song. Then we're gonna get it poppin'. Hey, you can see, you can see. You not shut your mouth, where I feel me. Cause I get the people feel like me. Divine identity, divine identity. Yeah. What is the vision of this around me? Is it clean and never satisfied? Is it the outgrowth that endanger the inside? And so any of the two extremes can confuse the mind. Any of the two extremes can confuse your mind. Yeah, yeah. What is so? Sin does not when Rasta done by all man. Nothing to control for us. See discussion, see time. Morning to evening, hunt for identity. Say, robbing the woman, robbing the woman blind. Yeah, you can see it. You can have a shut your mouth, where I feel it. Whereas nothing I don't people still I hear me. Divine identity, divine identity. Machine say I'm you have to document I worldwide must go by side. Oh, you do it. Which was come to the one people who don't choose evil for life. Don't work it out nice and so I gotta say that see how the angel. I gotta say that see how the we give utmost clarity of gravitation. When they speak of their hypothetical practice of life, sweet politicians signing documents of their own baby. On the day, own God, you have to answer that question. Oh, put in seats and fly. Oh, put in seats and people try. Manufacturing love in a TV. All positions are calling on hold to take exaltation. It's in the interest of maintain the massive ignorance. Answer them no one, ask no one for permission. That is the political definition. You can see it, you can see it. You're not shy about nothing. Way up in me. Girls like that, get the people say like me. Divine identity, divine identity, divine identity, divine identity. Hey y'all, welcome. Today I have a special guest.
What up, y'all?
Terrence, aka Zinty. Now he wanna come to my live and he wanna have a discussion about why is dating a chore. So we're gonna get this thing rocking, and maybe we can help ask, give him some questions. I mean, see what he got to say. Latoya said, "Hey, yes."
What's up, Latoya?
Anyway, Terrence, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I work for the city of New York as a teacher as far as education. Um, I own my own business. I just started a new business in government contracting. Um, I have a website where I sell merch. I have children, you know, and I'm a person with some opinions. So, me and Kathy's always talking, and we have these sort of discussions. So I said it'd be cool if I came on her. I came on her. There you go. That's better. So we thought it would be cool if I came on her podcast, on her YouTube channel, and have a discussion about whether dating is a chore or not.
What's
Let me
up,
ask you a question. Are you dating?
I am dating. Well, it depends on what's your definition of dating is. What do you mean when you say dating?
Okay. My definition of date is like me personally. I date more than one. So right now you're not involved. You
No, I
just
am
date.
involved.
You are involved.
I'm involved. Yeah, I'm not. So that's why I asked that because I'm not dating because my definition of dating is the same. When you're dating, you're seeing multiple people and you're not necessarily serious about one individual person. So you can say I am like involved. I've been in a relationship for like a little over a year. So.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's up,
What's up,
Daddy?
Terry?
Okay. She,
Yeah. She hear you. She said, "What's up?"
no, I can hear.
Yeah, I hear y'all.
So yeah. So I'm not dating. I'm in a relationship, but you know,
For what?
no.
You're in a committed relationship.
I am involved. I'm not dating per se.
So
You're in a committed relationship.
I'm in a committed relationship. Yeah.
Okay.
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 So what do you want to ask? Or no?
What do I want to ask? I mean, I want to ask anything. You know, we're always having these sort of discussions, and you know, I pose a topic for you, and the topic, I guess, was is dating a chore? Right? Is that how you want to pose it? Like, is
Right.
dating a chore, or just it?
I don't think it's a choice. Because like, for me, maybe because I'm older, like I just don't have a lot of time for bull crap. You understand? Because it don't take me long. Like once the first if the first conversation go through and we talk the next day, that's great. You make it after the second telephone call, we're doing fine. But most of the time, I never go through the second phone call. The first one, it's always over.
So in other words, so you'll meet someone, and you guys will have a good first conversation, and then after this first conversation, it tends to go left.
It go left.
In what sort of way? Like, give me an example. Like,
They start asking for sex.
oh.
Don't you think that's disgusting?
I
I
think
think it's crazy.
I think it's not tactical. I think it's kind of tacky.
It is tacky.
You know what I mean?
It is tacky.
Um,
See, and the thing is like I would say like men my age when I'm on the phone, we talking to something like that, then they start talking sexual. This is what they always say. Oh, we both wrong. I'm never that wrong. I don't know you.
I mean, so this would be like literally like a second conversation.
Sometimes it's the first.
I don't
I
know.
meet the person, pass the phone number, and then we talk the next day or something like that.
It depends on their approach. What's their approach
Yeah.
is. Approach means a lot. Because sometimes, in relationship, just in talking, when you meet with somebody, you talk about something, the topic of sex is going to come up. Sooner or later, the topic of sex is going to come up. So it's how it comes up and to what extent it comes up when you hardly know each other.
So can I ask you, like, normally when this happens, like, what is your response to the person? Like, when they come with that like abrupt sexual talk, like, what is
If it's
your
if it's abrupt, if it's abrupt, I tell them, if they ask me, I'm like, you going a little bit too quick, bro. And I don't even know you.
Exactly.
But sometimes you can meet somebody that you're attracted to, and you don't mind having that type of conversation with them. But if it's somebody you meet and that you want to get to know, because for me, it's a difference on being attracted to somebody and getting to know somebody. The conversations can go two ways. If I'm attracted to that person, yeah, I want to know a little this and a little that. But if I'm trying to get to know a person, let's take it one day at a time, step by step.
so for you that means, like you said, if you meet someone and you're attracted to them, and I'm assuming you're talking about like a
I
physical.
want to know more about them. If I'm attracted to them, yeah, I want to know more. We can sit and have like cool conversation like that. But if it's somebody that say you meeting and it's like, so you trying to get to know them, you're not attracted to them on sight or something like that. Then the conversation will take a little bit.
Okay, so I'm a little confused. So if you meet somebody and
Mhm.
you're attracted to them on a physical level,
we could talk about everything.
So everything meaning like sex is not off the table.
Yeah, we could talk about that too.
And that doesn't turn you off because you're physically attracted.
No, but if I'm attracted to him, no, I want to know more. That's how I operate. But if
So,
it's somebody like say, you know, they just start talking to me, right, and I'm not attracted to him right on sight, and you turn around, you be like, oh, okay, I'll give him a little run. I'll see where he coming from.
okay. So wait. Okay. So
Let me tell you this here. This guy was like chasing me a little bit, right? So we finally talk. So we having a conversation. Cool. Then he tells me, "Oh, I know what you want. You want to send me dick pics." I
Oh,
said,
I
"You
don't like
don't
no.
send me no trash like that." I mean, I don't even know you. I don't even know you. I hear what you saying the time.
so can I ask you a question? Did when he said were you attracted to this man
No, he was coming after me. He
for
wanted
a
to talk
while?
to me. Yeah, for a while.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'm gonna talk to him. And this
And that's another thing. If I'm attracted to a person, don't send me no pictures.
exactly.
So
You
does
know,
that so does that mean if he sends you dick pics, that's like an automatic
that's a
like?
turn off. That's a turn off.
No, you get
Let's keep that as a surprise. That's a turn off.
Say that again, Debbie.
Then let's keep that as a surprise. That's a turn off.
So if you don't ask for it, you don't want it.
No, no.
don't send me no at all. I'm a lady.
Yeah,
And
don't
as a
don't
lady,
let it
you don't
all.
send me no pics like that. Don't send me nothing like that. I'm not looking forward to seeing your body parts. I don't know you.
So you don't do you think there's any validation in a man saying something like we're grown and and you're not looking at that as like maybe if he's coming and I'm not saying that you know being that forward is right or wrong to each his own but in some ways would you not look at that as like at least you kind of know what the person is about and what they're not to say what they're after but at least you know what they're about.
When you met your significant other, what was your approach with her? How was
Um,
it? Did y'all get to know each other? When did the sexual part come up? After how?
well, it, so I met her through a friend, right? I met her. I was invited to like I don't know. I was invited to just come to like a bar or whatever the case is, and I met her that way. And obviously, whenever we met each other, there was like initial physical attraction. We did hang out a few times before anything happened. Um, but I mean, I think it's all about like reading the room. You know what I mean? Or reading the person's like energy, or reading their vibe. Like like I knew that her and I we knew that we were physically attracted, and we both had like similar kind of like sexual just
Okay,
power.
y'all feeling each other. Y'all was attracted to each other,
Right,
pretty
we were
much.
attracted to each other. But
Okay.
but at the same time, I mean, for me, I did the dating thing, right? Like I did the dating thing for a long time, like for a long time, I did it. And at the point that I met her, I was kind of like over that stuff. You know what I mean? I was like, I was over that stuff. So chilling with one girl was good enough for me, and I knew when I could and when I should be a little bit forward.
Hey, Danya.
I knew when she wanted me to be that way, and I knew that I wanted to be that way. But at the same time, I think we both were on the same wavelength, thought wise, saying that we did the dating thing, and the smashing girls here, and doing all that stuff, and after a while that got corny.
It, get- it gets boring after a while. You grow up. Like I mean, I'm quite sure when we was all younger, we all did the little DP thing, little pictures and carrying on. We all jumped into the talking fresh and all this type of stuff. But when it comes to when you get older, you start maturing. It's pretty much we know what we want. So
Right.
your approach got to be right.
Well, that's why I asked the question that I asked because obviously he knew what he wanted too, and he was just forward about it. Maybe he's not. He doesn't have like I said, he's not tactical about how he approaches it. Like he's just coming with it. But at the same time, isn't it better for you to kind of know that to
Mm.
be able to navigate the situation? And another question is when he came from that angle, that very aggressive angle. I mean, because it's all about perspective. I mean, in my eyes, and let me put myself in like Kathy's shoes. If I was Kathy, that would have made me want to ask questions, right? It would have made me want to ask like, like questions, like, like, do you think that's like the appropriate way to approach me? You know what I mean? And kind of see what that conversation
Exactly,
could have
and
been.
that's what I did. I said, "What you could do? Like, you got a journal that you want to share with me or
See,
something?"
I wouldn't have come that way.
Well, I'm
I
sorry.
wouldn't have come that way.
See, because through the fact that you came to me asking me for sex, you're gonna get it. Don't treat me. I'm nobody whore. Like, don't
And I
do that.
understand that. I
Don't do that.
understand.
And
So,
also too, I find also too I find like a lot of guys that either married or with somebody and they messing around on the side, they tend to be a little quick with the talking when it comes to sexual.
Okay.
They want to get what they can get, jump in and have, a little fling or whatever the case may be. So they tend to be move a little bit fast.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
that makes
no,
sense though.
get out of here.
That makes sense. I mean, if they already have like their main person on the side, I mean, the main person, and they're trying to make you their side piece, like what? Why would I want to court you? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
A lot of dudes, that's in relationships or married, they ain't gonna come out and say, "Oh, I'm in a relationship and married." But when they start moving a little bit quick, you tend to catch on a little bit fast. Like, why you gotta be so fast for? What you move so quick for? Nah, they move. They don't have to be that they want to give you something or something like that there, but they just see what they like and they want to fling.
so
No,
let me ask you a question. What is he? Okay, let's say he's married, right?
mm,
I would assume that maybe you probably don't know from the beginning that he's married because you're probably just meeting this person, correct?
right.
Um, we know that men are kind of like we like sex. I mean that's just we like sex. I mean that's just kind of like our nature. Like that's our nature. Whether they agree or disagree, that's our nature. So that's why I'm asking if they're coming forward. If they're coming forward, it's kind of better for you because now you kind of know what angle they're coming from, right? You know like okay, this is probably not going to be anything serious, and you let it be what it is. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. Like for me, if I was a female, I feel like okay, at least I know what the person is about, and I understand if it's offensive, for a man coming at you and just on something like like I know what you want because that's
But see, I'm a selfish woman. I don't share, so I can't be that side chick. Never. Now, back in my heyday, I didn't care about being a side chick because I didn't want to be bothered, be attached really. But no, when you're older, them foolish things you done and finished with that. You want your forever man. It was you want your forever man to come right, be right, and stay right.
well. To me, that's that most people really necessarily grow up.
So let me ask you: is your significant other? Do you think she's married and material?
Um, I would say she is marriage material, but I don't think that we ever want to get married. I mean,
Now, why that?
because we both have done it before. Like, I mean, I've been married. I don't ever want to do that again. She's been married. She doesn't ever want to do that again. We've kind of like lived those lives, and we've done that. We got married. We both have children. We just kind of like it's like the way I see it is
So
like
pretty much, you're just flinging with each other.
say
You
that
don't
again.
want nothing serious. You're just flinging with each other
Why do you say that?
because if you in that headspace where, okay, we can hang out, we can do this, we can do that, we can play house, we can do all that good stuff, but we ain't gonna marry each other. To me, what's the point? After a while, somebody gonna get tired and walk away.
That's not necessarily true. That depends on what you. I don't think marriage is necessary. She doesn't think marriage is necessary. That doesn't mean we are not committed to each other. Like you know what I mean. Like I don't necessarily see myself wanting to really.
okay. You say marriage is something not necessary. Let me tell you something about me, and this is real bad. If I'm dating a guy, for me, for we to have a real long relationship, we got to court for a very long time. I can really truly get to know
What, is,
you.
what does that mean? When you say court, what does that look like?
What I
They
mean for date,
get to know each other.
date, I get to know each other for a long time. If I sleep with him prior before that time, I don't want him no
Why?
because I think like a man. If I sleep with him, I don't want him no more. I'm serious. I don't want him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to do nothing.
So
So dating for me and getting to know that man got to be a
long would the courting process need to take?
Okay, like let's go for a couple of months. Let's get to know each other. Go out. Let me see. Do I like you or something like that? Because I think sex supposed to come like really like natural.
I agree.
Yeah, it just happens like because we really feeling each other. I like it.
Yeah, I mean,
But if I'm just horny and not sexy,
yeah.
I ain't
Well, like, that's
the
two
relationship
different.
is over.
There's two different types of like there's intimacy and then there's just physical sex. Physical sex is like you said. I mean, I may be horny and I just may be attracted to you, and I get that because I'm the same way. If I sleep with
See, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to be walking no more.
no, see what I'm saying. If I sleep with a girl right away, 9 times out of 10, it's like I want to kind of slide up out of there as soon as I'm
Right,
done.
exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But again, and I agree because the person that I'm with, we dated for like I don't know, we dated for a little while before anything happened. Not a little while, but we didn't like just do that, and that helped to build like real intimacy. You know what I mean? Like a connection, right? Like actual like yo, I actually want to see this person again. I don't. It's not that I just want to like sleep with them and, or and kind of like get them out of my view. But my question, because you saying courting, I think that's what our initial topic was is courting is dating mature and like because I asked you like basically like should a woman have expectations of a man to do anything? Period. Like,
Sure, man.
well, you answer my question first.
I think it should.
You think a woman should have
You think that
expectations?
some women have thoughts like a man?
Yeah, I know I do. I know I
I'm,
Wait,
do.
say that
I'm
again,
gonna say some women do. Some women just want to hit it and quit it and send y'all on your way.
and there's nothing wrong with that. As long as it's put out there, that's what it is. There's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. I mean, as long as you know, and I feel like that's one of the issues that I used to run into prior to me being in a relationship, where I'm very honest. I don't lie because what's the point? Number one is just 9 times out of 10 is going to bring drama, and I just don't like drama. So it's like I'm just going to tell you what it is, and you kind of go with it or you don't. Either way, I'm fine with it. But sometimes that's just what it is. You just whether it be a man or I've dated women who just the same. I've actually dated women who where I actually liked them and they kind of gave me like the like okay, kind of like I don't ever want to or they ghost me. I would never see them after. That's happened many times, but they would ghost me after one.
Sleep with him.
Yeah, after I sleep with them. But then we would have because I'm the type of person that I need intellectual. You have to be able to like talk. Like I can't just be around people if there's no sort of like intellectual connection somewhere where we can have a conversation that goes beyond like what your favorite color is, right?
Yeah.
But I've had women who have had that intellectual conversation with me, and still after we sleep with each other, they're like, they won't text, they won't call, and it could be because
It's because they can.
you said because they can. Anybody can. I've done it too. I mean, anybody
They say,
can.
goodbye.
I've done it too. Like I mean, I think it's all about where a person is in their life. Some people are just you know, some people, I find this to be, some people are just in a space where they're trying to figure themselves out, right? But they still have needs, right? Or they're trying to figure themselves out, and in the midst of trying to figure themselves out, they still grow some level of attachment. But then, as once that action happens, especially like you said, if it's on the first time, it's like okay, you kind of serve your purpose, and that's it. I personally don't think that anybody should have expectations of anybody to do anything because like I don't work for you, right? Like I don't work for you and you don't work for me. Like you know what I mean? Like if we're dating, I'm gonna do what I feel propelled to do, right? Like I'm gonna do what I feel like I want to do as far as when it comes to courting, right? Like if we're on a date and I don't want to open your door, I'm not gonna open your door. I personally don't believe that it's my job to pay for a date. Like not to say I won't do it, but I don't feel like it's my job, it's my chore. Like I believe in
Like they say, the man should always pay. I believe in being. I could go half and half or go Dutch or something like that with a guy. You
right.
know, when it comes down to that. But I do want to check to see if he's cheap or not.
Well, well, let me
Exactly.
for
let me
sure.
say let me say something to that. Any because you have different types of people, right? And I can only speak for myself. I'm the type of person that if a woman expects me to do anything, it's a turn off. Like like you said, I when you don't expect me, when you don't have that attitude of oh a man is supposed to, for me it makes me actually want to do whatever it is. If it's free for a date,
So,
I
so if
pride
you let me ask you something, Terry. If you taking a woman on a date, you say, okay, hey, how you doing? Like, okay, we're gonna go out Friday night, this, that, and the other.
myself.
And if you don't explain how that bill is gonna go, we're gonna expect you to pay for it all.
I don't know. I don't think. First of all, I don't think we should have to explain the bill. That's just ridiculous, right? Me as
So,
as put it like this: if you invite me on a date, I don't expect you to pay. But if you say I got it, we're probably gonna do the whole no, I got it, no, I got it thing because that's me.
no, I'm saying if you taking someone out
Uh
and
huh.
at the dinner and here come the bill, what we gonna do? We gonna look at each other,
No,
or
I'm
you
gonna pay
automatically
for it.
got it?
No, I'm gonna pay for it. And to
Okay.
me as a man, I pride myself partially on being able to do things like that. But I don't like when it's expected of me because I don't have a job to do for anybody. Like the only job that I have consists of my children. That's it. I don't have a job to do anything. And in the day and age that we live, all
So
the
you mean to tell me if you take a woman out on 3 straight dates
uh,
and that bill coming 3 times in a row,
mhm.
you gonna pay 3 times in a row, or after the second one, you're gonna be like,
I'm never listen. I'm never gonna say I'm gonna like you said. I'm gonna watch their movements. If they don't reach to act like they want to contribute, then that's gonna tell me something over time. They don't even say anything. It's gonna tell me like, oh, this person really she's one of these women who thinks that the man's job is to do everything while she kind of sits
a
back
lot.
and just
I
kind of
say 90% of women think that it's a man's job. If you take them out, that they ain't gonna make no moves. So that's what I'm saying. If it
I
comes
think
to something like that, you going out with you taking somebody out constantly, and they ain't making no moves to pay no daggone bill.
is that on both sides though?
Well, the woman may she may take you out every once in a while. Say it depends on how a man. If you constantly paying a bill, they gonna see that you ain't cheap. So it'd be like they don't mind spending on you the next time or something like that. There, but it has to build up that way. If I meet a guy and I hardly know him, maybe after about the fourth date, maybe I'll take him out. Depending, it
Okay,
depends. It
so
depends on the mood, in the swing, in the vibe.
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
When did that become a rule? It's like when did that become a
It's
rule?
not a rule, but that's just automatically how women think.
Oh,
If you ask me out, you gonna pay for it.
well, I'll say that any because that's like one of the things that I find to be a big turn on. Like I
Okay. The
it's,
shoes on the other foot. When a man asks a woman for her coochie, then what?
she has every right to say no. What do you think? It's her
So
coochie. What do you
she
mean?
she feel that he gonna have to pay for it in
Say
some type of way or another.
he feels like he's gonna have to pay for it. You said
Some women do. Some women feel like that. Like it depends on how deep they is. If they just getting to know each other, something like that. There, if it's still at the surface level,
I don't think
some men that want to jump a little bit quick or something like that. There,
I don't
automatically a woman gonna think right fast. Huh? He wants something to me. I'm gonna kill his pocket.
well I don't think I think that maybe that's the problem. The problem is the thought process because when sex is exchanged, it's an actual exchange. It's not. I'm not giving you free money, right? Like I'm not giving you something for free. And when I say it's an even exchange because as I'm
Uh-huh.
having sex with you, you're having sex with me. I'm giving you penis and you're giving me vagina. So I'm not. I gotta understand. Like you're not. You're not. I'm not. You're not just giving me your vagina and I'm walking away with your vagina and going home. So it's an even exchange. So well, a woman kill me with that. It's an even exchange. How is that not an even exchange? Is it not your genital and my genital making intercourse? Isn't that's not an even exchange? It's like an
Once
even
again, it all depends on the vibe. If you just want a good time, girl, just want to have a good time and call it a day, that's one vibe. But if you want to be in a committed relationship, that's another vibe.
okay, but that's still okay. But then what does that? How does that explain what you just said then? Because you basically said that 90.
Because, like I said, if I'm in a vibe with a person, then I don't mind like I pay for his food. You know, that's cool. We can go Dutch sometime. We can pay together sometime. He'll pay, I'll pay. That's fine. But if it's just somebody surface, I'm just hanging around with or something like that. There, and to me, it ain't going too much of nowhere. If he want to take me out, hey, you can take me out as long as you paying for it.
So what if he says? So what if he wants to take you out and you say, because I've dated women that will let me take them out and will want to do anything. Not that I'm expecting anything, but their whole like they're just taking the free ride of being taken out. They have no expectations of having of sleeping with me.
You
They're
got a
not,
lot of women like that. You do.
and they're not saying, well, they're not making it clear like, listen, okay, you're taking me out, but that's all this is. I'm not doing anything. They're not even giving the man the option to say, well, oh, you're not gonna get anything at the end of the night, then I'm not taking you out anymore. My question is this, because it seems like all of the responsibility always it seems like it falls on the man, and I'm not trying to be biased just because I'm a man.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Right? Like all the
Mhm.
responsibility. Why is it that what makes your vagina such a prize? Like my dick is a prize too. Like
But
I
also,
think
too, you got some sugar mamas out here that take care of men too now. So that's sort of like a two-way street because you got some sugar moms out here. They don't want the man to do nothing. They gonna do it all.
when it comes to sex is an even exchange, no matter how you look at it. It's an even exchange. As long as it's consensual, it's an even exchange. If you're offering your body to me and I'm offering my body to you, no matter if because I'm a
Well,
man and
that's
we
okay. You saying if you off, if y'all want to get together, that's what y'all want to do. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. But if you run into somebody that you ain't gonna never have nothing, no relations or anything with them, they just some people you meet it's just cool. But
okay,
they may want to take it a little further, but you don't.
and you have every right to say no. I don't want to take it any further.
Exactly. And he got the right to say, I ain't taking you out no more, heifer.
All right. So and that, but but then he's already kind of like, for the most part, he's lost because in a woman's eyes, probably it's like, well, you got to take me out. That's your prize. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? What do you like? How is it a prize for me to just be able to have your presence? Why is your presence as a woman so much more important than mine as a man? Why is the prize that I get to take you out while you're getting me to spend my money, which I could use to pay my bills or take care of my
Well,
kids?
okay, y'all back. Well, I don't know. If in your relationship now, if there's like little hurdles, because in every relationship there's always that hurdle you have to jump over, or little something got to be fixed somewhere around there. Because no relationship is perfect. So it's always going to be that little a niche somewhere down the line. What in your relationship? What do you feel your niche is that
Uh,
you need to work on with her? Or she needs
I
a, well, really, the both of y'all got to work on.
I mean, I don't. I mean, see, it's hard for me to answer that because for me, I'm a particular type of person. Like, I'm a person of growth. Like, I don't like stagnation. I like to know that I'm growing as a person, even being with a person, because I know that as a human being, you're always going to have flaws. As long as we're both doing our job to work on those parts of ourselves that are not the most, beautiful parts to be around, I can't really ask for much more than that. We don't really have. I wouldn't say that we have any issues that um, we are not able to like. I mean, like I tell her all the time, this is like the best. This is the easiest, hardest relationship I've ever been in. And the reason why I say easiest, hardest relationship is because she's an easy person to get along with. But as an individual, we both have our shortcomings, or like our the things that about ourselves that we need to work on, right? So like our
Mm.
insecurities or whatever the case is. But as long as you're working on yourself and I'm working on myself, and when I say that, what I mean is that if I see something in you that may be a flaw, right? You're not running away from the flaw. You're not running around the flaw. You're not like trying to gaslight me or trying to not being accountable for your behavior. Once you do that, once you start doing that, I'm going because you 9 times out of 10 you're probably a narcissist and you're never going to see your problems because you don't want to look at yourself in a bad light. So
I hate.
as far as her and I go, I mean, we've been together for like a little bit over a year and we've had our issues, but we work on ourselves, like right, like we work on ourselves, so we
I
kind of
hear
get
you.
a little bit better with it, and also, and that's the one thing about our relationship I appreciate. Like I said, I can't, I don't like, I don't like people who have their hands out, or people who have expectations of another person, like you're supposed to do this for me, or I've been in those situations before, and like I'm telling you, like as a man of substance, those that's like, so- I'm telling you, like any woman watching, a real man, like y'all say, y'all you want a real man and a good man and all that stuff. But if that's what you really want, he's gonna challenge you, right?
I
He's
hear
gonna challenge you, and if he doesn't challenge you, then he probably is like a fuckboy or something because he doesn't care about you enough to challenge you or to make you see yourself in all lights. Like he's there to tell you how beautiful you are and you know how much he cares about you, but he's also gonna point out the bullshit that you be trying to cover because women tend to cover bullshit, right? And I'm sure men do too. But
Where
women,
Danielle at? Come
huh?
on up here, Danielle, because she wanted to talk about relationships before. So hit that link at the top. Anybody that want to come on up, hit that link at the top.
If anybody want to
And
come
come
up,
on and come on up and join the conversation. Come on, Danielle, you with your big mouth.
she said, "Hey Terry, love you." What's up, Danielle?
Okay, she dropped the link at the bottom also.
Yeah.
Anybody want to come on up? Come on up. Open panel. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, anybody has something they wanna chime in with, agree or disagree. We all guess.
Exactly. We can agree to disagree respectfully. And there she go.
What up,
Hey,
Jay?
baby cousin, love you. I haven't seen you in so long.
Yeah, I know. You know, I stay scarce. So
I don't know why you doing a relationship show with Kathy and Debbie. And
why not?
mm-mm.
Because
Why
we're the
why
best people to do
why
it
you
with.
say that? Huh?
We can give a older version. You up here to give a more fresher, newer one. How about that?
I come to, okay, me personally, I've been with my man 12 years.
Everybody need to have sex.
Everybody do need to have sex.
Everything is a
What
part
y'all
of it.
talking about? Sex?
That
We're
makes
talking
you.
about everything.
That makes
Well,
you.
everybody have
That makes
sex.
you all
Sex
right.
ain't a relationship.
So
Do
wait,
you do Dale? Do you got on you? No, you got on two windows open
Do I?
because you on StreamYard, right?
honestly, on one.
Yeah, I'm on stream.
So I need,
Oh, she done. No, just come back on StreamYard. Okay, you just on StreamYard. That's it.
I'm on, you're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, you good then. Hey,
So,
Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Go ahead. Finish saying what you're saying. We talking about relationships. If anybody want to come up on the panel, feel free.
What are y'all talking about with relationship?
Um, the artist said no sex during the monkey and the Rona.
Yeah,
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I know that's right.
Just everything. Terry was just talking about like why do women feel that a man has to be obligated to pay the bills at after dinner all the time. We just talking in general about
No,
relationships.
a man shouldn't be ill. You might not like her afterwards. Get out of here. Now,
So
if you
you
ask
about
her
to
for,
say that you were in a relationship for 12 years and
I was in a relationship for 12 years, and the advice you and mommy have given me is not how y'all talking on this show.
What was the advice they gave you?
I think it's the same.
Oh
No,
no.
it ain't. I be like, mommy, I love him. She be like, love. I'm like,
Okay, let me explain myself with that. But
I say,
also,
Debbie, I love him. I don't
listen,
give a D about no love.
listen.
Well, see,
Yeah,
it depends on the
annoying.
circumstance, though. It depends on the
Let me
circumstance.
say something about that. I pulled back from that because the way how I think and how y'all think is different, okay? Because I don't love no damn body, right? But when you say to me, Mom, I love him, I shut up and I look at it different. Because how I feel is not how you feel with that love stuff.
As far as love in general, or you mean as far as concerning her relationship? Steve,
I,
you got
I
turned down.
think all relationships is gonna have their drama, and you really can't pinpoint.
Hey,
You it,
Steve.
How you doing?
hey,
All right.
Hello, hello.
Come on, old school. What you want to give to the table?
Wait. I
I mean,
want to finish. I want to what Danielle was saying.
all
I don't.
relationships are different,
Hold
and
on one.
everybody's different. So you really can't pinpoint like you should do this and you should do that because I don't live with you. I don't, what you eat don't make me poop and vice versa. So what might be good for you
That's right.
might not be good for me, but it's not my place to tell you not be bothered no more or you should do this because you might do it and it might bless like the way my whole situation is a whole show. So we ain't even going to go there. But my situation worked out for me. It might not have worked out for other people. So I'm not here to say oh, you shouldn't do that. No, because everybody's different. Everybody tolerance levels are different.
I
And
agree.
you
So
know,
it depends on how much you can tolerate in a relationship.
So wait, Danielle,
and mindsets too. What tolerance in your mindset and is what you want, you know?
can I? All right. So I think based on not based on what you said, but just kind of piggybacking off what you said, I think that one of the biggest issues with relationships to me is that your average person tends to just kind of like relationship hop, right? Like, I think that most people, especially after being in a long-term relationship, don't understand the importance of taking a break from dating and actually dating themselves only. Okay, hey, right? Like just not, but not in a sense of like I dated somebody or I dated these people and I got my heart broken. Now I hate or I'm bitter, but in a sense of like what went wrong in my last relationship? What did I contribute? What did I possibly tolerate that I don't want to tolerate anymore? How am I going to work on myself enough to so by the next time I get into another relationship, I'm not going to be the same person that I was in that last relationship. Rather you were the aggressor in certain situations, or you were accepting things that you shouldn't have been accepting. Because there's two people, and everybody has a role to play. So
But wait, Terry, what I'm saying, Terry, is that new person might bring something out of you positive that that old person didn't. So this is when I'm saying you really can't do, you can't go into the same, like the mindset like that because this person might be showing you, or my last relationship, I could do whatever I want. Long as I was with him, I could do whatever I want. My new relationship, he is holding me accountable. I gotta do what I gotta do. And I'm like, excuse me, but before I could do this, but it have made me grown, made me see things
Both
different.
have more structure.
Yes. And change my credit score. Hello.
Come on, Steve. Let's hear what you got to say.
Come on, Steve. What you gotta say,
Yeah.
buddy?
I'm trying to figure out what the conversation is really about. I didn't catch
Yeah.
the full conversation.
Oh, we just talking about relationships.
Okay, well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Either
Well, I've been married twice. You know,
okay.
because my first wife passed away from breast cancer.
Uh-huh.
So I waited like maybe 5 years after she passed, and then I got married again.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Okay. So in how would you sort of like compare your two relationships with each other? Because everybody had personalities that are different. Everybody wants it
right.
different. So no
Well,
two is the same.
right, you're right. But I think my the marriage that I'm in now was better than my first marriage. Yeah, it was better. It's better because the wife that I have now, she has a different personality from
right.
my first wife. She was a little aggressive.
Okay.
Yeah, so we was always at it, each other's throats,
Yeah, I hear you. I'm a divorcee twice too, so I understand where you're coming from.
So I mean, the wife that I'm with now, she lets me take the lead because she know what God says about the man running the household. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes, because my wife, she's a true believer too, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you think?
See, I just said it. Didn't I just say that, Terry? Before Chris came on, I just said it. Different people bring different stuff out of you. So
Yeah, but
what
Right.
you can't compare relationships.
I agree
Right.
with that, but at the same time, Danielle, even if, for example, let's say you, right, which is the person that you're with now, right? Okay, that person may come along and be able to bring certain, or be able to like make you be accountable for certain parts of your personality. But if you're not if you at a point where you're willing to receive those things that this person is trying to show you about yourself, it doesn't matter, right? It's all about you and how you perceive the person coming into your life, because you could have just as well been like, I don't give a shit, I don't want to hear nothing, leave me alone, or whatever, and either ran them away or ran away on your own because you're not ready to deal with someone having to make you face who you are, or maybe some of the unpleasant parts about yourself.
Yeah.
You
But
understand?
if
Well, I would say that.
you got somebody new that pull it out of you because you didn't do it. But okay, just like Chris said, the other
Steve.
relationship
You call
was.
him
I'm
Chris.
sorry, I'm saying his name right.
You
No,
said
Steve.
Steve.
Why am I saying who the hell is Chris? Knock on
nobody knows.
wood.
Nobody knows.
One of my
That's the other
students,
guy.
mother called me earlier. All right, I'm sorry. Steve, just like
Yeah.
Steve said,
Right.
the other relationship, the first one, it was always aggressive and argument. Nobody wasn't pushing anyone to, hey, maybe we need to change this because this is not working. Or maybe somebody said, let's change it because it's aggravating me. But if no one is willing to do it to make it better,
Right.
but then you meet
Exactly.
somebody else that just want to be better and just want to chill like you want to chill. Hello.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
even if you meet that person and you're not in a space where you can receive that the right way, then it's null and void, because you may meet that person. This is put like this. To me, like I've met women who have had good men in their lives, right? And not purposefully, but done things to chase that man away, right? And then, because I always say, like, dating is like a needle in a haystack, right? Before you actually find that good person, you're gonna have to go through a whole lot of that hay before you find a good person, because that's just kind of like how it is. You know what I mean? Like, it could be that you have to constantly be taught a lesson. But regardless of anything, once you find that new person after you go through all of the BS, if you are still not in a place personally, right? If you don't take that time to work on yourself, it,
That's it. I hear you.
it doesn't matter how much that person tries to pull out of you, because if you're not at a space where you're ready to receive that, it's just going to be a headache for that other person. They're going to eventually get annoyed because it's like, yo, this person's not. They're not even trying to see what this could be. They're stubborn, or they're hard headed. They
Well,
just,
you don't need to be with that person no more then.
Well,
Exactly.
you know,
I agree with that. You don't need to be with that person. Period.
that's sometimes that's
in,
easier said than done.
in
Just
my day,
because you
I
want to
used
stay
to,
stuck, just because you want to stay stuck, I gotta stay stuck.
no.
No, no, but sometimes it's easier said than done, because what happens is when you first meet somebody, 9 times out of 10 you're meeting their representative. You're not meeting who they really are, right?
Yeah.
They're putting their best foot forward because they actually like you, right? But then once they get comfortable with you, then it's like,
Then as the real them come out. I
right, then
want to
the
see the
real
real
them come
them
out.
come out.
And
You
by
know,
that time, you're already deep in where it's like, yeah, I know I probably shouldn't stay here, but I love the person, and so it's harder now to leave.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I think you should leave. If it's toxic, leave.
It's
Why
easier said than
stay?
done.
No. Listen, on YouTube they got this young man. He got 3 kids. The oldest is 6. He's dealing with this young lady, if you want to call her lady, whatever the crap. She was cheating on him. I don't, who knows how long she was cheating, right? Cheating. She gave him a venereal disease. He forgave her. But now she's still out there, like she starts spending night out a
Hold
lot.
on, Laura. He in the room. I'm bringing him his phone.
She's
How
mute
you
your
doing,
mic,
huh?
she
damn.
starts spending night.
I'm great. Here you go.
Damn, please. She starts spending out a lot. And so then he he was more into this woman than anything. So he wind up taking the kids out and himself.
Okay, but it took him. He had to muscle up the courage to do that. He had to. things have to continuously happen for him to get to that point. He had to. I mean, he probably knew that he should have left a long time ago. But when you are emotionally attached to someone, love is like a spell. And until that spell is broken, it's hard for you to
You gotta
let
get
go.
unemotionally attached. Later for that.
You
All that
know,
emotional stuff
I
ain't
think I
can be
think
toxic.
no one should be loving somebody more than they love themselves.
I agree with it, but this is the reason why
Exactly.
I said, this is the reason why I said when you have that space to be alone, you need to take that space in order to build yourself up and understand where you may have went wrong in the relationship. Rather you were the person that was causing the issues, or you were the one that was accepting a lot of the issues being caused to you. That space that's there, because some people are just serial daters or serial relationships. Some people, I have friends who've told me, yo, I can't not be in a relationship. That's weird to me. Like, but some people, that's how they operate. And when you're not
They
with
can't be in a
someone,
relationship because they don't want to be tied down to one person. They just want to do what they do. Which
that's not
ain't nothing wrong
necessarily.
with that. But you let the woman know or the man know that you don't want to be committed.
No, but
Ain't
that
nobody
ain't
got time for mind games.
yeah, but that's not always the case. Sometimes it's just some people. It's sometimes it has to do with a self-esteem thing, and people don't even realize that they have a self-esteem issue. If you're a person who feels like I cannot be without another person, a period, not in particular,
That's bad.
not a
They need to work on
particular.
themselves then. You
So,
know,
so in other words, if they can't be alone,
it's still gonna wind up toxic because she ain't if she got self-esteem issues, that means every time the woman or the man go to the store, this, that, and other, where you at, what you doing, how long you been going. Get out of here.
right? So again,
God, I ain't got time for that.
that's the reason why I said
I think that's when it's time to get out the relationship and get to know who you are.
that's basically what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Once
Know who you are.
once a relationship does not work out, once a serious relationship doesn't work out, the, the space in between you not being with that person and you meeting the next person is the space for you to get to know who you are. So you can because why would you want to repeat? Because that's what's going to happen if you don't take the time to really build up on yourself. You're just going to repeat the same things over. It's going to be the same situation, to some extent, but just a different face.
Exactly. Like I was
Right?
looking at what's this Christian Rock and Blueface. They are one toxic couple. She's a very pretty girl and she's young and she's so much in love with him. She's all his faults and how he treat her, this, that, and other, but she's still hanging on. It ain't worth it.
Do you give her any leeway because she's young?
Because she's who?
Because she's young.
Because she's young. I think being young had a lot to do with it. You know, I
He
don't think
might be doing something for her that we don't know.
well, they kind of like help each other out, but still, that don't mean that you're gonna
Why
treat me
do
like
we
any old
got
thing.
so much love in the world to
Exactly.
be so toxic? I
See,
mean,
I can't relate to that because every man that I ever have been with cannot relate or function without me because I'm just that good. So I don't know what y'all
I'm
talking about.
Danielle,
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to take a phone
Terry,
call.
don't be a
Oh,
hater.
that's no problem.
Terry, don't hate it.
go
Terry,
downstairs.
don't be a hater.
Go downstairs. Go downstairs. Okay.
I don't want nobody to love me more than they love themselves.
Yeah, and that's why I moved
I
on.
want them
That
to
could be
be
deadly. Don't love me to death.
right. Don't love me to death.
Shoot.
Please not.
But let me say something, please.
Uh-huh.
I think first of all, you should have God in the center of your life and your marriage and your relationship.
Supposed
That's
to.
the only.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way that it's really going to work. I mean, it's going to
Exactly.
work. Yeah, it's going to work, but it's not going to work as good if you don't have Him in the center of it. I mean, I found that out for myself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But see,
In some
when it
cases,
comes to even when it comes to that, Steve, everybody don't believe in what we believe in.
exactly.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so that's why things sometimes do go to the left because they kind of lean to that. Well, I think it should be this way. I think it should be that way. Nobody gets together and
So
pray about things and say, let's let God help and work this here thing out. Let's go fall on our knees.
Can I
You
can
But
know,
see, this is what the Bible tell you: don't be unequally yoked anyway. So it give you all
exactly.
instruction. So
can I ask a
True.
question?
Yeah.
So when what do you say to marriages who that do have God in their sphere of relationship but still doesn't work out, still don't work out? For example, like let's say like a pastor or a preacher who may still get divorced from his wife, or a couple who may be heavily in the church and heavy into God, but they still can't see past their differences.
It happens. It happens.
Does that mean that they don't have God in their relationship? No.
That's why God grants divorce. I mean, you if it's not working, it's supposed to be, somebody fell out of line. But marriage is all about working together. You can have your disagreements and you go on the other side of the house, not out the house lurking, but within the house and just take that little breaky break. But most people these days, when it ain't working, what do? They go outside and start searching on the outside. And once you start doing that, really, that's just kind of like it, you know.
I mean, but these might be people who's not believers. You know what I mean? Because if, I suppose if it's a person who's a true believer, I don't think they would go. I don't think they would go on outside. I don't know for sure now, but I'm just saying I don't think they would.
A lot of them, trust me, a lot of them are believers, and they do. They do, because you gotta remember, in this place lies no good thing. We still gonna mess up, and we gonna do what our hearts desire. If we choose to go that way, or if we choose to stay in it and fix it. So sometimes, yeah, they make it do what it do. But I enjoyed the conversation, and I was trying to fix my fire stick.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get down and let y'all make it do what it.
We are already up to the hour time.
And Steve, one day you gotta go. I gotta come on your channel and hang out with you.
Yeah, because I'm doing some new things now, right? I'm going to start my tap dance series.
Yeah, I see the shoes. I'm waiting for you to start tap dancing.
I'm just trying to figure out what. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what night I want to do it. I haven't figured that out yet.
A Friday or Saturday be cool. It got
or
even on Sunday where everybody's like home, chilling back.
Right.
But that's what you gotta figure out. What's the best time? Because YouTube is funny. You can come on at one time, it is up and popping. You can come on the next time at the same time on a different day, and it's dead. Right. So you just gotta go with the flow. Whenever you want to do it, people come. So
I go live. Yeah, I go live now every morning at 9:00.
Yeah, I've been noticing that.
Yeah, so I put that on my community page. I told people every morning I'll be going live at 9, and I'll be talking about a different situation, like peace happening.
Everybody have to get your channel. Debbie, tell everybody how to get your channel, because I'm going to close up because I did my hour.
Well, thank y'all for inviting me up. Thanks for letting me come up.
No problem. We gotta get together, Steve, and do a little something. You put the topic. You put the topic, and just put open panel. That I'll come up.
Okay.
But see, you have some good topics over there. I'll be listening.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you all for coming in.
She got to get off. All right, Steve.
Thank you, guys. This was fun.
And I want to thank my guest today, Terrence. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Dale. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, God. Thank you.
Thanks for the invite. Thanks for thinking about me. This was fun. I ain't get as in as I wanted to, but we're gonna leave with love and peace.
All right. Bye, y'all. Thank the audience. Thank you all for coming through. I had a great time. So anyway, deuces, love, peace, and hair grease, y'all.